So one of the best bits of the game yesterday is obviously when Ange Postecoglou turned around at big Cameron Carter-Vickers, give him that stare and basically said, "What the fuck was that, Cammy?" And Cammy acknowledged it, saying, I know. That's all I had to say. Winning 5-1 yesterday, and the Celtic manager towards the end of the game has a little cheeky dig at Cameron Carter-Vickers due to the fact that he took a free kick and it went just nowhere. It was aimless. It was one of the poorest shots of the game. But the boss did see the funny side there. Jota, after the game, has a total who is he moment, and we'll talk about that. Lila Bada, he was just fantastic yesterday. Joe Hart sends a message to Celtic fans after the game. We'll talk about that as well. And then this morning we're going to look at a Korean paper to see how they reported on getting his first league goal for Celtic as Celtic beat St Mirren 5-1. That's all in today's Celtic FC News. So if you're seeing this video this morning, let's give it a big thumbs up. We're going to go for 300 thumbs up this morning. Let's see if we could do that on this video. So where do we start? We're going to start with the comments from the Korean Jungkang Daily, which is actually part of the New York, it's associated with the New York Korean Times. And they basically went on about their guy scoring his first goal for Celtic. It was a dynamic game in the Scottish League leaders on the road to Paisley, they say. The visitors fell behind minutes into the match, conceding a penalty in the 6th minute. Right, we need to talk about that penalty. Right, it took them roughly about VAR. It took them about 5 minutes. I'd say about 3 or 4 minutes after the decision. It took them to then say that it was a penalty. So is VAR in Scotland now saying that referees and linesmen are incompetent? It has to be, that is the level that we're at now. And this is what has to be spoken about. Are they corrupt, or are they just incompetent? Are they saying that referees are incompetent? Because that's what it's coming down to me. The Celtic penalty, I'll talk about that. Was it on the line? If it was just on the line, it finished in the box. So in anyone's eyes, it was a penalty. The referee gave it as a penalty straight away. It then goes to VAR, and they overturn the referee. So is the referee incompetent? You tell me. It was a blatant penalty. It was a red card. He was the last man. No one's just disputing that. What we're actually disputing is the fact that VAR in Scotland are now saying that their VAR are either the higher level of authority in Scotland, or the referees are incompetent. So tell me that in the comments. What do you think? We'll go back to that in another video. But let's get back to what they were saying in Korea about their guy. He says that they went on to say that with 10 men remaining for 50 minutes, it was leaving the home side with some work to do. Celtic capitalised on the advantage quickly after the break. Jota scored an equaliser in the 56th minute, with Alistair Johnson adding to the goal on 5 minutes later. Lila Bada extended lead in 70 minutes, and Matt O'Reilly, number 4, on 72 minutes. Who had come in as a substitute for Kyogo Furuhashi shortly before the third goal, was fouled in the box in the 80th minute, and then apparently after VAR stepping in to take it himself, fired the ball into the bottom right hand corner, and that was that. Basically it says has scored for Celtic in both Premiership and FA Cup, the Scottish FA Cup, totaling 2 goals towards 7 games across all competitions since joining the Glasgow side in January. And it is quite a lengthy one, but it was actually written by a Jim Bully at Colgang. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's go into the Joe Hart. Joe Hart sent out a message on Instagram last night, and he basically said, "Top class support. It will never take for granted." The support was amazing yesterday at the game. Again, it's fair play to the lads that go week in, week out. And we've said that years ago, even under the Ronnie years, the best support is our away support. A lot of people have digs about our away support and the songbook that comes out, the glorious songbook. I love it. But these guys spend their hard-earned cash day in and day out. You know what I mean? They go to home, away, and a lot of them go to every European game as well. So, I don't dig them at anything. They can sing whatever they want. Who cares what the animals say, as the song goes. Hart was delighted with it. Good win, boys, he went on to say also. Lila Bada earns the glowing verdict from Ange Postecoglou, and he explains why game time is never guaranteed at Celtic. The Celtic attacker has had to settle for a place on the bench, and Paisley has had to settle for a place on the bench the past couple of games. But Ange Postecoglou, the Celtic manager, says that Liel Abada basically hadn't chucked in the kitchen sink, and he will never be in danger of the wide man lobbing out the toys out the pram either. He said the Celtic attacker, who's had to settle for a place on the bench, earned a pat on the back from the gaffer after helping the Hoops the Celtic turn it around. Liel Abada made a huge difference in the game yesterday, and you know, we've just got such a good squad. I was talking to one of the boys in the pub up at Alicante yesterday, and he said, and it was true what he said. He said, you don't look at the first team now. You don't look at the team sheet when it comes out. You look at the bench. You look at the bench to see how strong it is, and never. I mean, never since the 2 years I've been watching Celtic since the 70s, and you've never ever seen such a strong Celtic bench. I mean, your Celtic bench could be a starting 11 in any other team in Scotland, and it could be a starting 11 for Celtic. Let's be fair. I mean, it's just unbelievable the depth of squad that we have. So the 21-year-old Liel Abada, who got stuck in and proved how valuable he is to the team, and obviously grabbing a goal, and he had a couple of other chances as well. But it's just you know, Postecoglou went on to say, he said that our players will not throw their toys at the pram. That tells you everything that you need to know about the players and the way what Ange Postecoglou is building. And you know, it takes us back to the beginning of the 9 in a row and what Neil Lennon started to build, and that momentum that we started to build. But this is just different level stuff. It's completely different level stuff. Talking about different level stuff, Jota was in a brutal takedown of a former Rangers striker as he asked, who is he? The former Benfica man was asked after the game if he knew who Stephen Thompson was, and he looked up to the gantry and he basically said, who? Sorry, who is he? Sorry mate, who is he? Anyway, that's the press have always just got to try and make something out of nothing. We're going to go into the comments on a later video this afternoon, so watch out for that video. I might even go live this evening. If I don't go live at 7 o'clock UK time, I'll probably put out a video just with the comments for yesterday. So I hope you have a great Monday. We're top of the league looking down on the Rangers, and have a great day, Celtic fans all around the world.